Rehab. Hello. Is it Rash or Pash? I don't know. Hello. Sharzad, who just left. Hello. Hey guys. How are y'all doing? Welcome to One Scholarship a Day. Today is July 22nd. Hello, Mariam. Welcome to One Scholarship a Day. Welcome to One Scholarship a Day. Hello, Jerry. Welcome to One Scholarship a Day. Hello. Hey, you guys. How are y'all doing? Just give me a moment. Let me also set it up. Let me set it up on Instagram, because y'all know that when we do One Scholarship a Day, yes, it is live on Clubhouse as well as live on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for being patient and just hold on. Let me set it up. Let me set it up. So how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Welcome to One Scholarship a Day. This is July 22nd. Yes, July 22nd. And as usual, we are going to be talking scholarships. Of course, we are going to keep it short and sweet. We are not going to make it long. We are going to make it as brief as possible, because I know that there are 100,000 rooms going on Clubhouse, which is way interesting than talking scholarship. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet, such that I don't get to waste like a lot of time for everybody. Okay, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Alrighty, let us get started. Let us get started. Others can join us later. How are y'all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sylvie, and I'm the founder of LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com. LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com is a website where we curate scholarships for international students, and we prepare international students to apply for scholarships in different parts of the world. We do that through group classes, we do that through one-on-one classes, and we do that through standalone services. So if you're thinking about applying for a scholarship in any part of the world, you're confused about how to go about it, just go to my Linktree link on Instagram, click there. You're going to see a place there's a Linktree link that will tell you join a class, so you can choose to join either of the classes. I also have a YouTube channel, you guys, where I curate scholarships for international students. So please, when you go to that Linktree link, just scroll right down. You're going to see the link to the YouTube channel. Go ahead, check it out, subscribe. And I always tell you all, when you go there, focus on those fully funded scholarships, because when you get a fully funded scholarship, you get to study for free. You get to study for free. So please check out those fully funded scholarships and see if you will be interested in applying to any of them. Here on Clubhouse, this conversation is brought to you by the Study Abroad Club. So please do it to click that tiny house above my head. Go and follow the club, and I'm going to invite you all to be members. Alrighty, let us get right into it. When I talk scholarships on different stages, I always say bring a pen and a paper to take notes, but on One Scholarship a Day, you do not have to. All you have to come with is your ears and then listen to it. I'm going to share the links to the scholarship on Twitter. I'm going to share the links to the scholarship on Twitter, and I am going to share the picture of the official page of the scholarship. I'll put it in my Instagram stories. So just make sure that you follow me on both platforms and compare to be sure that the page of the scholarship that I'm talking about is the page that you're at. Alrighty, let us get it started. So our scholarship for today, July 22nd, is the Wellcome International Masters Fellowships in Health. I'll repeat it again. The Wellcome International Masters Fellowships in Health. So this is actually a scholarship at the master's level for international students in different parts of the world. You all know how when we talk about scholarships, we always say, oh, this is for students who are interested in going to study in Finland. This is for students who are going to study in South Africa. This is for students who are interested in going to study in some part of the world, Asia, Singapore, whatever, you name it. But this scholarship is different because it is for students who want to apply it to scholarships in different parts of the world. So you can choose to say that I'm going to do my program in University of whatever, put a name there in your part of the world, and then as long as you apply for it, they see that your research is good enough, they are going to sponsor your studies. So that is a different thing. That's what is very separate about our One Scholarship of the Day for July 22nd. It can be anywhere. You can choose to do your studies anywhere, and they are going to pay for it. And these are the types of scholarships. Let me just pause for a minute. These are the types of scholarships for people who always say that, okay, I've had an admission in some part of the world, but I do not know I don't have enough funding to be able to fund my studies. These are those types of scholarships. These are the type of scholarships where you apply to whatever university, and then you look for a foundation and tell them that, alrighty, this is where I'm going to be studying. This is what I'll be studying. I need money. I need money to fund my studies. And then they give you the money and you use it to fund your studies. So these are those types of scholarships. So there are so many of you that always come and tell me, I've had an admission in this university. I have gotten some kind of a funding, but I do not have the rest of the funding. This is the type of scholarships that you take, and then you pay for your studies in whatever part of the world that you have applied to and you've gotten admission to. So let's read a bit about it. So there are, hello Singh, it's good to see you here. So there are 2 deadlines to it. The first deadline was April 13th. Then the second is 24th of August. So if you're going to be applying for it, you don't have a lot of time. 24th of August is not that far away, but it's okay if you miss the deadline this time. You can also prepare to apply for it next time. So it says that you can study in any country. In any country. So have you had an admission somewhere? You don't have money to pay for it? Definitely do want to check this particular scholarship out. This is really amazing. And where are all those people who always ask me, like, I need extra money to fund my studies? Anywho, it says that the Wellcome International Masters Fellowship offers nationals of low and middle income countries the opportunity to receive training at a master's level. And it says the master's program has to be related to health. So if you are studying something related to health, you can definitely apply for this particular funding. Use it to sponsor your program. It's interesting Ruth is not here because Ruth is looking for money to fund her master's in health program. All right, I don't know what else you all are. This is why I always say when you come here, come up on stage and tell me what you are studying about, what you're looking for money for, because when I see this type of things, names start coming to my head and I start remembering who needed this particular kind of money, and then I'm like shooting it their way, like, oh, actually check this out, this can be for you. Alrighty, let's get ahead. It says number of awards not stated, so they are probably going to be providing a lot, and it's for nationals from low and middle income countries. So it says the scholarship is actually worth £120,000, and this is supposed to cover like a salary that you're going to be paid, a studentship stipend, fees, research expenses, and it is actually for it normally covers a period of 30 months, which is 12 months for a third master's program, and 18 months if it is a research related kind of a study. If it's research related, it's going to be 18 months, and if it is a third program, it's going to be 12 months. So that is, they are going to pay for it. So it's actually fully funded. Probably when they give you this £120,000, then you can now use some of it to pay for your flight, of course, to whatever part. So when you put it together, this is worth calling it like a fully funded scholarship. So let's get to the tricky part. Let us get to the eligibility, right? Let's see if we are qualified or we are not. If we are not, that's okay too. We let it go and we keep on pushing. We go to the next scholarship. So let's talk about the eligibility. It says that you need to be a national from a low and middle income country. Where are you all from? Where are you all from? I hope you all are from low or middle income countries. Your proposed research focuses on health priority in a low and middle income country. So you need to be studying something related to health in any low or middle income country. You have sponsorship from an eligible host organization in a low or middle income country, apart from mainland China. So I think the main idea is that you need to have been affiliated to some kind of an institution. For example, if you've had admissions to a particular university, that is your affiliation to a particular host institution. So you need to be affiliated to that, to any of these places except from somewhere from China. You shouldn't, not China. And then it says you must hold a clinical or non-clinical undergraduate degree in a relevant subject. So of course, you should have your undergraduate and you're preparing to go do your master's, right? Because it's a scholarship that covers master students. So of course, you should have your undergraduate if you'll be going to study at the master's level. And then it says be at an early stage in your career with limited limited research experience. Oh, okay. So probably they are looking for people who have maybe worked for like 1 year or maybe 2 years, and then they are looking for they want to go do more research in whatever it is that they are studying. I'm sure they are still going to accept these are the type of scholarships that you send an email to the people and say, all right, I am just a fresh graduate, I haven't had any work experience in terms of research, am I eligible to apply for it? Okay, they can say yes, they can say no, but the main thing is that you reached out to ask, right? So yes, that is it about the scholarship. That is it for this our one scholarship for today. Y'all know I like to keep it short and sweet because I know that there are so many more interesting rooms on Clubhouse, not about scholarships. So I always try to keep this short and sweet such that y'all come in, get the information, and then we keep it pushing. So our scholarship for July 22nd is the Wellcome International Masters Fellowship in Health. This is a scholarship that is like they give you, it's £120,000. You can take that money and go study in any part of the world. In any part of the world, they are accepting applicants from all parts of the world. So you can be affiliated in any university, anywhere, and you can apply for the scholarship. And if you're granted the scholarship, if your research makes sense to them, if you qualify, you're eligible, they are going to give you £120,000. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. We see so many scholarships where they are giving £10,000, £20,000, but who sees a scholarship where they are giving £120,000? So you guys, if this scholarship suits you, definitely go ahead and apply for it. And if it doesn't, please, 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 you guys be a vessel, spread the information to a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, someone in your local church, someone in your local community, some kid strolling around that you think is smart enough. Pull them aside and tell them there is some money that you can actually go get. So go apply for it. Be that vessel and spread the information as much as possible. So thank you guys so much. Everyone on Clubhouse, Rehab, Amos, Phyllis, Marianne, Opties, are y'all okay? Does anyone have a question? Are y'all doing good? For those on Instagram, do y'all have a question? If you have a question on Clubhouse, raise your hand, come up on stage. If you are on Instagram and you have a question, put your question in the comment section and I'm going to answer it. Those on Clubhouse, if you have a question, raise your hand and then come up on stage and let us discuss, because right now I'm about to tweet out the link to the scholarship. I hope you all follow me on Twitter, you guys. I hope you all follow me on Twitter. I'm about to tweet out the link to the scholarship. So if you all go to my Twitter account in the next 1-2 minutes, you are going to find the scholarship. Okay, Amos raised his hand, so I'm going to bring him up on stage while I search for the scholarship. Oops, it says, oops, we cannot find the page to the scholarship. What? Okay, Amos, I brought you up on stage. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me try to bring you up on stage again. I don't know. I hope the app is not glitching. I hope Clubhouse is doing fine. Let me look for the link to the scholarship because for some weird reason, I cannot find it. Where is the official link to the scholarship? Funding opportunities. Let us see. Where is the scholarship? Where is the scholarship? Where's the scholarship? Alrighty. Someone else raised their hand. Optis raised their hand. Amos raised their hand. I'm bringing y'all on stage. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm not sure what is going on. Clubhouse probably has issues. I do not know. It even told, all right, Optis, you're on stage. So, do you have a question to ask or do you have a resource to share with us? Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. So first of all, I just wanted to say good morning to everyone here. I don't know what time zone you're dialing in from, but afternoon or evening. I just found the headline catchy and attractive based on the project I worked on in the past 4 years. So if there's anything I can contribute, I help students obtain full scholarship opportunities through the SAT and the GRE track systems. So usually what I do around here is just to go around and, just share it with the young African women or men or the young boys and girls coming up so they can also become better than we did.
Okay, so is there a place where they can look for this information? Like, because that's very general. Like, Amos, can you mute your mic for a bit? Amos, can you mute your mic? Thank you so much. Optis, do you want to give us more information about, because everyone here is maybe searching for scholarships in one way or the other. So do you want to give them like more information? Like, where can they find it? Should they follow you or what?
Oh yeah, I didn't initial introduction to take too much time. I just wanted to just briefly introduce myself. So, my name is Kwadjo. I'm from Ghana, but I currently live in the United States in the Midwest. I'll say about 4 years ago, what we started was to just collect study material in the form of PDFs, so people can just have access to them by joining Telegram channel that allows easy file sharing system. So if you go on my Twitter, on my Clubhouse profile, you can just follow my Twitter, and the very first post on my Twitter page has a Telegram channel, a Telegram link where you can access all the study material, just so you can get your studies going. And then within the next few months, I hope to run some virtual or in-person mock exams. It doesn't matter where you are. The study guide has everything there. So without doing too much talk, I would just maybe allow people to ask questions. But every single thing, an audio recording, the books, the scholarship tracks, and whatever you need is all on the Telegram channel. But the other key word I wanted to emphasize is, based on the struggles we went through growing up in Africa, I have decided to make this 100% free of charge. So I do not charge for anything. I'm just organizing information in a structured way, so the smart students, regardless of their family income and financial concerns, will still be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel through education and scholarships. Thank you.
Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. So anybody, if y'all are in here, I'm sure everyone in here is looking for funding for studies in one way or the other. That's why we come to One Scholarship a Day daily. That is why we come to get information about it. So definitely go ahead, check him out, see the things that he's putting together, and just go ahead and follow him and get the information. Hopefully, it's able to help you. If you have any questions, follow him on Twitter. You can ask him there, and he's going to give you as much information as it is possible. Alrighty, with that said, we have Amos. Amos, thank you for coming up on stage. Do you have a question or you have a resource to share with us?
Yes, if you had a question, many of these scholarships that are advertised or shared, you find that these individuals are supposed to relocate to the locations where these institutions are providing the education. But to some of us who have got the startups, probably we are self-employed, we own our own businesses and so forth, but we would like to be beneficiaries of these scholarships. It will be very hard to move or relocate to these locations because in one way or another, if you leave, everything depends on you. We are still on the startups and our businesses needs us 24/7. So it's very difficult for a person like me to relocate to USA or Netherlands or anywhere else in the world and leave out my business. Now my question is, are there rooms of these kind of scholarships that provides distant learning? Individuals can continue engaging and get education while they're still in their domicile places. That was my question.
Alrighty, thank you so much for raising your hand and coming up on stage, Amos, and asking your question. The first thing that I'm going to say is, were you late to this room or you were late to this room? Because the scholarship that we had...
I was late, and I'm sorry if this has been communicating anyway. I was late.
It's okay. It's okay. The scholarship that we are talking about today is a scholarship where you can get to study in any part of the world. Your job is to look for your admission in your part of the world, and then you apply for the funding to be able to sponsor your studies. So you can choose to say that, I don't know where you're located, but if you're located wherever, you can choose to say, I'm going to study in some local university here, and I'm applying for this funding program. I'll apply to a university. University accepts me, and then I turn around and I apply to the funding organization. They provide the funding, and I use it to sponsor my studies. So that is the scholarship that we are talking about today. And Amos, if you missed it, our scholarship for July 22nd is the Wellcome International Masters Fellowships in Health. I don't know what your major is, but you have to be studying something related to health for this particular, in order to be eligible for this particular kind of scholarship. So sometimes you will find scholarships that require you to be located in some particular place. Sometimes you will find scholarships where even if you move, you can choose to still you can still choose to stay wherever it is that you are and not move. Sometimes you can find some scholarships like that. There are scholarships on the online there are online scholarships. I don't know if you know the person that I host rooms with her every Wednesday. Her name is Duta Wambura. She is the country representative for the Erasmus Mundus Fellowship. So she always talks about some Erasmus Mundus programs where students I don't think it's part of the Erasmus Mundus programs, but it's some programs in Europe where they can allow students to get to study, start their studies in some other place. It is not the Erasmus Mundus scholarship, but it's some scholarships in Europe. So I think that DM me. I'll introduce you to Nduta. Then you can ask her about those programs, as well as check out something like the Wellcome International Masters Fellowship, which is our one scholarship for today, which I have. Let me tweet it out. I have put it, but I've not tweeted it out. Alrighty, I'll tweet it out. I'll tweet it out. I'll tweet it out, you guys. So definitely, everyone, go to my Twitter right now. Go to my Twitter. Go to my Twitter. Go to my Twitter. Go check it out. Like the tweet, retweet the tweet, such that you can share it with those within your network. Let them all check it out. Check it out. You can be located in whatever part of the world. As long as you're in the health field, you can apply for the scholarship. The deadline is what, 24th of August? You do not have a lot of time, but that's okay. I always tell you all, if you miss the deadline, that is fine. Get ready. You apply for it next year. My sweet spot in terms of timeline for applying for scholarships is always start as early as possible. 1 year is that sweet spot. So please, 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 if you've missed the deadline, don't feel discouraged. Add it to your list of scholarships and start preparing to apply for it next year. Alrighty, okay? So here we have Afia on stage. Thank you for raising your hand. Coming up on stage, Afia, do you have a question or you have a resource to share with us?
My question got to do sometimes applying for the actions, you get it. Then the scholarships become a problem. Is there a way that one will be guided? If I'm new to the field, sorry, I'm new, and I would just want to know if there is a way you want to be guided. Is there a way you can follow any of you for materials and all that? Because I've been trying to apply for 2 years in a row. Anytime I apply, I get the admission, but I end up not getting the scholarship. And because the fees are quite high, I live in Ghana, so I can't really raise the amount. So I end up not going all the time. So I'm wondering if I could have an opportunity where I can follow someone and then follow the right guidelines to be able to go through. Yeah.
All right. Afia, thank you for raising your hand, coming up on stage. Optis was just talking about a particular program that he has where I don't know to what extent, maybe Optis, you can answer to this question, like how much of a deep dive you all do. Like, do y'all get to like work with students one-on-one, or how is that structured for you?
Well, so first of all, thank you again. My first assumption is Afia is applying to schools in the United Kingdom, which is predominantly different from the U.S. system. The U.S. system, I don't know how the UK does it, but again, that's my assumption. For the most part, the U.S. system is such that if you apply for admission, usually whether you apply for undergraduate level or the master's and the PhD level, your application for admission is also embedded together with an application for scholarship. So your application for admission also serves as an application for scholarship opportunities as long as you meet the admission criteria. So the differences between that and again, my assumption with the UK style or the UK system is the admission opportunities that do not come with scholarships usually do not require you to add some standardized test to your admission portfolio, which is the opposite of what the US does, and that is what drives my scholarship access project model. So my model is, I want you from South Africa, Ghana, Australia, Canada, New York, anywhere. I don't care, any state or any country. I want you to come here and attend university at the undergrad or master's or PhD level 100% free of charge or very close to it, maybe 85-90% cost taken care of by a scholarship program. And the reason is that if excuse me, if a student takes a standardized test such as the SAT or the GRE, then you pitch yourself in addition to your local university credential by upgrading your comparison with applicants from around the world. And I believe, if maybe you can correct me later, if you look into the UK system, that's great. You can look into the USA system. So my scholarship model is such that we are solving problems that people from Africa used to face, using myself as an example, because I grew up there. One key problem we had was we did not have the books, so that was one problem, and we have solved this by making the books available on the Telegram channel in electronic PDF copy, so every single person can just download and go and start studying. Nothing prevents you from that. The second key problem was, on top of not having the books, when we were in Africa, we didn't have any guidance on how to study, which page to look at, because you have these voluminous large books. So we solved that problem by providing a very detailed study guide. I spent almost 4 or 5 years to design this study guide, and I've tried and tested this the past 4 years. Almost every student that uses that study guide has been able to obtain scholarship to come here every single year for the past 4 years straight. And that is also on a Telegram channel. The third and the most important solution we provided, also using the challenges we had going through growing up in Africa, was even if you didn't have the books and someone was able to give you the books, and even if you didn't have a study guide and someone was able to provide a study guide or some kind of navigation strategy for you, now the cost to register SAT or the cost to register GRE is about my father's entire month's salary as a teacher. So you are never going to be able to register for these tests, even if you're a smart student, no matter what. So eventually, opportunities for scholarship ended up going back to the rich. Because even if you're rich, once you get access to the books and you study, you're going to do well on the test. So it's the same thing for a poor person. And scholarships does not discriminate. So to solve this registration fee problem, the scholarship access project model that we designed about 4 years ago is 1,000% committed to paying every student's SAT or GRE registration free of charge, as long as you show us that you have downloaded the book to study, you have gone ahead to use the study material to actually sit down with a table and a chair and studied, and then you come back and take mock exams, which we run free of charge as well. So our whole process is get a book, go and get a book for free, go and study for free. We will run mock exams either remotely online or bring tests to your teachers in your local community schools to go and assess yourself. So once we run about 2 or 3 or 4 mock exams, it helps the students prepare for the official test, and it helps the project also know who is actually ready. And every year we benchmark about maybe 100 to 200 full registration charity scholarships given out, so that students can go and take the official test. As soon as you have that official test, based on the mock trials that we will run to get you prepared, you are almost at the brink of full scholarship. So to me, this is a very practical, pragmatic, strategic, well-designed way of implementing a scholarship program, by not just telling students that, hey, there are scholarships out there, but then they don't have the books, by not giving them the books without a study guide, by not giving them a study guide without ability to register. So we have provided all of this, and even to top it up, we help you apply for application. We help you with the application process. If you're a master's student, I have basically screened about, I would say, 200 to 300 university programs, or at least 100 of university programs across several different fields of study. And we give these out during the application phase when students have already completed the official test. We also help undergrad level students to apply through the Common App system, where every student, regardless of what country you come from, you can use the Common App system to apply up to 20 universities free of charge. And these are free resources we just want African students to hear about, because a counselor can go behind the scene and click on application fee waiver, so that each student's application fee is waived. Therefore, 20 schools, even if each school was charging you $50 or $100, That multiplied by 20 is about $1,000 to $2,000, all free of charge. So the whole model is benchmarked on the fact that from the time you hear the word scholarship all the way to the time you enter the United States of America and land on the plane for me to go and pick you up, or for my friend in another state to go and pick you up, you don't have to pay any pessoa, nothing, a dime. You don't have to pay $1 to us. We want everyone to come in and share the news with a brother, with a cousin, with a sister, anybody, a parent. And I just wanted to touch very quickly on a question someone asked before I think he left the room regarding the geographic location. If you want to study, you can go through the standardized test system that I just described, get a full scholarship programs from, say, Australia, US, Canada, Europe, any country, and then ask them to postpone your start date to the following year. So by the time you know that a university in America, for example, has given you full scholarship, you can negotiate with them and say, hey, due to circumstances beyond my control, I just want to postpone my start date to the next year. And then if you have a startup project, if you have a family, if you have anything going on, you can use the whole year to wrap it up, because there's nothing like taking a scholarship opportunity to make yourself better and then make whatever you're doing more empowered. So I think this is how I wanted to narrate the whole story, just so there'll be some more practical clarity to it. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Optis, for answering that. And Afia, I hope that that helped you. I hope that he was able to provide you some clarity. So, if there is anybody that is thinking about going through the project that Optis talked about, definitely reach out to him. Go ahead. The main idea is that we want to spread as much information about scholarships as possible. So, definitely go ahead and check it out and see how much that can help you. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for joining me on One Scholarship a Day. Y'all know that I come here every day to do one scholarship a day. Our scholarship for today, July 22nd, was the Wellcome International Masters Fellowships in Health. And this is the deadline for this particular scholarship is July 24th. So it's August 24th. So if you're going to be applying for it, you don't have a lot of time. But it's okay. If you've missed it, get ready, put it on your list of scholarships, get ready and start preparing to apply for them next year. So as you all know, I like to keep one scholarship a day short and sweet. This has lasted way longer than I usually do one scholarship a day, but it was important information and I know that it's going to go a long way to help all of you. So I made sure that I stayed here for you all to get as much information as possible. Alrighty, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sylvie and I'm the founder of LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com. LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com is a website where we curate scholarships for international students and we prepare students to apply for scholarships in different parts of the world. We do that through group classes, through one-on-one classes, and through standalone services. So if you're thinking about applying for scholarships in any part of the world, please go ahead, go to my Instagram, go and click the Linktree link there. You're going to see join a class. You can choose to join any of the classes. I also have a YouTube channel where I curate scholarships for international students and I always focus on fully funded scholarships. So y'all go ahead. There is a series on the YouTube called Top 10 Fully Funded Scholarships for International Students in 2021. Go ahead, binge watch those, take notes, and as you take notes and you're building that list of scholarships, if the deadlines have passed, that is okay. Start getting ready to apply for them next year, because as I always tell you all, that 1 year sweet spot for preparing for scholarships, it's really good, because when you get everything ready, you can just start applying back to back. So it is never late to start getting ready. Here on Clubhouse, this conversation is brought to you by the Study Abroad Club. So please click that tiny house above my head, go and follow the club, and I'm going to invite you all to be members such that we all can keep growing this small community. Remember, I've tweeted out the link to the scholarship, so if you don't follow me on Twitter, please do well to go there. I started one scholarship a day several months ago, so you can just scroll through my Twitter feed. You're going to see tons of scholarships there. So just go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And also, I usually take a screenshot of the official page of the scholarship and I put it in my Instagram story, so you can compare to be sure that you are on the right scholarship page. If you all notice, when I was talking about the scholarship today, when I clicked on it, it said the page that you're looking for is not there. So I had to go through a different process in order order to search for the page. So please, please, please always do well to check my my Instagram stories to be sure that you are on the right page of our one scholarship for the day. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Cheers. Good night. It is midnight in Tokyo. Let me go to bed. Bye, everybody.